Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashoda Nandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacharya Ashtotara Shatashimadi Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Grantha Srimad-Bhagavatam Ki Jai Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Reading from Srimad-Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 1, Text 1. Sanskrit verse. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadyasya Yatanvayat Janmadyasya Yatanvayat Itaratas Chateshva Bhignasvarat Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye Muhyanti Yatsurayah Tejo Vari Mridam Yatha Vinimayo Yatrati Sargom Risha Damna Svena Sada Nirasta Kuhakam Satyam Param Dhimahi. Translation: O my Lord Sri Krishna, son of Vasudeva, all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Sri Krishna because he is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes of the creation, sustenance and destruction of the manifested universes. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations, and he is independent because there is no other cause beyond him. It is he only who first imparted the Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being. By him even the great sages and demigods are placed into illusion, as one is bewildered by the illusory representation of water seen in fire, or land seen on water. Only because of him do the material universes temporarily manifested by the reactions of the three modes of nature appear factual, although they are unreal. I therefore meditate upon him, Lord Sri Krishna, who is eternally existent in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusory representations of the material world. I meditate upon him for his absolute truth. So the purport we are covering today, the section of the purport. Unless one surrenders unto the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, it is certain that he will be bewildered. When an intelligent man surrenders unto the lotus feet of Krishna and knows completely that Krishna is the cause of all causes, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, then only can such an intelligent man become a Mahatma or great soul. But such a great soul is rarely seen. Only the Mahatmas can understand that the Supreme Lord is the primeval cause of all creations. He is Parama, or ultimate truth, because all other truths are relative to him. He is omniscient, for him there is no illusion. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatadi Shatadini Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasani Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. The purport is speaking about the deluding energy of Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita it says that we can divide all living entities into two different categories, Kshar and Akshar. Dva ima purusha loke kshar cha akshar cha. Kshar sarvani bhutani kutastha kshar uchyate. It says that there are two kinds of living entities. Those who are fallible and infallible. In the purport, Prabhupada explains that kshar, fallible, those who are fallen, prone to fall. It means it's taken to mean that they change the body. They're changing the body. And akshar, they don't change the body. Akshar, let's say kshar are living entities in this material world. Kshar sarvani bhutani. Bhuta means the conditioned living souls. They are known as kshar. And akshar are those who are in oneness with creation. Kutastha akshar uchate. Kutastha, they are situated in a non-changing situation. They'll have their body which will not change. They're in a environment that will not change, spiritual world. So, Kshar Sarvani Bhutani, living entities in this material world are fallible. They're changing the body. They are in illusion. We are all in illusion in this material world. That illusion, known as Maya, is one of Krishna's energies, and it's really surprising. So many other religious texts are present in this material world, but they don't speak about Maya. Religion means to know God. Religion means to learn to live according to God, to love Him, and to go back to Him. For that we have to know about Maya. So superiority of the Vedic text explained very clearly. It's telling us that we are illusion, how we illusioned, and how to come out. So from that verse in Bhagavad Gita we understand that there are living entities who are not illusioned. We are illusioned, we are covered. Many verses in Gita, Bhagavatam explain about this covering potency, so we can easily understand it. In one of the songs of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he prays, Anadi karma phale, podi bhavarnava jale. I've fallen in this ocean of birth and death, where I am suffering my sinful reactions of the karma activities which I did, anadi karma phale, which have practically no beginning. We have been in this material creation, changing body, for a very long time, so long that our estimation of human time is very difficult to trace out that beginning. Tori bare na dekhi upai, and I cannot find any way of coming out of this. This is opening sentence of one of the prayers of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. From time immemorial we are in this cycle and we are not able to come out. In fact, we don't know we're in the cycle. This is the problem. We don't know. People are arguing, no, there is no cycle. There is no birth, no rebirth. Or there is no soul. So then where do we start to explain? All living entities, we are all born into illusion. We are born with no knowledge, no awareness, and therefore we have schools. People understand we have to get knowledge. So they open schools, colleges, universities. But as anyone will tell you, whatever school or college there is in this world, they all started off as some kind of gurukuls. Even the top educational institutions in the West, which is Oxford and Cambridge, they started off on as spiritual schools. You have University of London, it consists of many different colleges. So King's College, other colleges, even if you go now, you'll see statues of saints, philosophers, and their emblem of these universities, they have the cross. These were spiritual institutions. In the beginning, people had idea, they knew that we are born, we don't know anything, we have to study about God, we have to study about this whole creation. So the deluding potency is all pervading. It is everywhere. We cannot escape. In Bhagavad Gita it says, Brahma bhuvana loke punaravartino Arjuna. Krishna is telling Arjun that from Brahma, from Brahma's planet, bhuvana loke, all the living entities, from Brahma's planet down to the smallest, through the lowest planet, punaravartino Arjuna, everyone is taking birth again. This material world is characterized by this rebirth, taking birth again, different bodies, and trying to enjoy in this material world. This is characterization of this material world. It's described as Satoma Sadgama, Tamasima Jyotirgama, Tamo, Tamasi, darkness. It's described as a dark place, Tamasi. So then in the Veda it says, Tamasima, don't be in this dark place, get out. So it's a dark place, dark. Why? Two reasons. It's dark because there's no light. You need sun, you need moon, you need fire, you need electricity. Dark also because there's no knowledge and people are living in darkness without knowledge and in a very degraded, horrible state of undergoing birth and death and old age. This is darkness. So this material world is described as Tama. And this is pervading everywhere. Everyone in this material world is deluded. Even the demigods. We look up to the suras, the demigods. They have no knowledge. Bhagavad Gita it says, Krishna says, Yomama, no, what is it? Sura. Name vidu suragana prabhavam namaharshaya aham adiri devana maharshinam shasarvasha. Krishna says that they don't know me, the demigods and the sadhus. These are people we look up to. We see that the suras, the demigods, devatas, they're administering this material world, which is so difficult. So we take them as some great personalities. They are also known as Amar, deathless, because they have such a long life. So they are also deluded. Krishna says they don't know me. Namevidu sura gana. They don't know me. Prabhavam namaharshaya. Even the rishis, they don't know me. So whoever we think is so great, they also do not know. We cannot know God. We can forget about God. We cannot know this material world. We cannot know our body. We cannot know anything. We are in ignorance. So this ignorance potency is pervading everything, and the living entity has to get knowledge. So we're born in delusion. Sarva bhutani sammoham sargayanti parantapa. Krishna tells Arjuna that parantapa, or conqueror of enemy, all living entities are born in delusion. Sammoham sarge yanti. From the time of birth, we are completely in illusion. So Krishna is telling Arjuna, there is no knowledge. Listen to me. I'll give you the knowledge. There is no knowledge factually in this material world. Knowledge is not there. We have to listen. We have to get it. Sarva bhutani samoham sargayanti parantapa. So we have to get the knowledge. This knowledge that we get, first of all, has to be of this material world and the material body. Because we are here, this is our environment. And then also beyond the material world. Our modern education system is only covering this knowledge. material, Jada Vidya. It's only covering that. And then you have the spiritual knowledge. That is not at all covered. They have no knowledge of that. So we say that this world is an illusion. Now if you go to any educational institution run by these people of illusion, then you'll understand how much they're in illusion. First of all, they draw the solar system. Solar system, heliocentric. The first sign of ignorance. Sun is not moving, they're saying. No, sun is moving. Shastra says sun is moving. Sun moves around the earth. What is an eclipse? Solar eclipse. Moon comes between the sun and the moon. Moon is not before the sun. Moon is beyond the sun. That's why Sunday comes first. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Mars. Planets governing different days. The planet governing the particular days due to the first muhurta being ruled by that planet. On Sunday, the first muhurta is ruled by Ravi. On Somwar, Monday, it's ruled by Som. And then there's a Hora Chakra. There's a change of how different planets ruling the next muhurta, next muhurta, next muhurta. So from that, and that the days of the week are according to the distance of the planets from the sun, from the earth. So first comes sun, then moon. If moon is after the sun, how can moon block the sun? Ignorance, they don't know. Yeah, then, so what's blocking the sun? Rahu planet. Okay, that's a whole other lecture. So, but just by the education system, you can understand how deluded they are. Solar system, biology. We're studying about life. Okay, first question, what is life? Where is it coming from? No knowledge. They don't know. What is life? Where is it coming from? Second thing, unicellular cell. Oh, this is simple unicellular organism. And as they said years ago, one day we'll be able to create it. Now they forgot about that statement. Unicellular cell, smallest of all living entities, is very complex. It's nothing simple. Physics, biology, chemistry, physics, Boyle's law, Charles' law, pressure law, Newton's law, law of gravity. So many laws. Who made the law? Who made the law? We want to know. They don't know who made the law. Well, actually, don't speak about that because we don't know how to answer it. So we can now see this pattern that people who are in illusion cannot give knowledge. They cannot see. They have no vision. So better not to take knowledge from them. And better find the knowledge before trying to teach anything. Otherwise, as Prabhupada said, then you're not a teacher, you're a cheater. We don't know, and we are taking position of a teacher. Actually, there's a story of past time, what happened once. One disciple of Prabhupada brought the professor of Hindu philosophy. So he brought him, and Prabhupada met, and he introduced him that, Prabhupada, this is the professor of Hindu philosophy. And where do we get this pastime? This is in Lilamrita, Prabhupada's biographical work. So when Prabhupada, oh, professor of Hindu philosophy, yes. So he asked, okay, tell me, professor, what is Hinduism? So then that man, of course, he didn't know. And what is Hinduism? No one knows, really. So very simple answer. He is also very intelligent. So he said, I don't know. Swamiji, you tell me. You tell me what it is. So, okay. What is Hinduism? So then Prabhupada looks at whoever was next to him, his disciple. He doesn't know what is Hinduism. So, it was Swarup Damodar. Later Bhakti Swarup Damodar Maharaj. So then Prabhupada said, he does not know what is Hinduism. So what do we call him? Then Swarup Damodar said that Prabhupada, because he knew what Prabhupada always calls him, that, oh, Prabhupada, he's not a teacher, he's a cheater. Then Prabhupada turned back to him, he's calling you a cheater. Then that man got angry. That you tell me, what is the meaning? What is the meaning? What was the next part of this? He said, what is the meaning of, he asked for a particular word. And Prabhupada gave him the answer. Then he said, no, I want the Sanskrit etymological meaning of this word. In order to, you're asking me, I don't know. Let me ask you. You want the etymological meaning of that word? Yes. Oh, then you want a dictionary, not a guru. Then he got more angry. And then Brahmananda came in to take him out and said, better leave now. Okay. Got angry. So actually, Srila Prabhupada does not get angry materially. He was trying to make a point here that a huge professor came claiming to be professor of Hinduism. He did not know. Really, no one knows what is these things. So now we have to understand, when we are saying this whole world is an illusion, whole world is an illusion means education system is an illusion, political system is an illusion, economic system. There is no knowledge to be had from these people. Maybe basic knowledge which we can get from our pratyaksha, from our senses, that we can get. So otherwise, no knowledge can be had from people who are in illusion. Okay, as I said, basic knowledge. Is it night or day? He can tell you that, but not higher knowledge due to this illusion. So people who are intelligent, they will not take shelter of such people. In Chaitanya Charitamrita it's written, Brahma Vipralipsa Karana Partha, one more, well, there's 4 of them. Brahma Viparipsa Karnapartha, and what is the 4th one? Brahm means, okay, Arsha Vigya Vakya Nahi Dosh E Sab. Basically it says that those who are perfect, realized beings are not subject to the 4 defects. So the 4 defects are given. Brahma, Vipralipsa, Karnapartha, and one more, which says that those who are illusion, not self-realized, they have a defect of cheating senses, cheating propensity, imperfect senses, tendency to commit mistakes, and illusion. You have to go. Okay. So people have these 4 defects, and so they cannot be taken, knowledge cannot be taken from them. Basically, it's saying that. So we are speaking about this delusion which people in the material world are under. The deluding potency of this material world is affecting the leaders, and so leaders are also misguided, so they cannot be leaders. A leader is one who knows how to lead, and lead means you're representing Krishna. And so we have to be taken, the leader has to guide one to Krishna. That is a leader. Otherwise we should not be a leader. Then we are a misleader. Current in this material world, people don't know what is the ultimate goal. As Prahlad Maharaj says, Nate Swardh Gatim Hi Vishnu. The people do not know what is their self-interest. Arth means benefit. Swardh, my benefit. Swardh Gatim, what is the best destination, best path that one can take? That is known as Swardh Gatim. So Prahlad Maharaj says, Nate Vridu Swardh Gatim Hi Vishnu. Durashaya Ye Bahir Artha Manina. They don't know that the best self-interest for us is to take shelter of Vishnu. Bahir Durashaya Ye Bahir Artha Manina. So they have taken shelter of material desires, durashaya, false desires, which will never fulfill them or make them happy. Durashaihi bahir artha manina. They have accepted this external world as everything. Bahir artha. They accepted this, but this is not the essence. Bhagavad Gita says that this is the reflection of the spiritual world. Upside down banyan tree, that verse, Urdhva Mada Shakha, it says that this material world is a reflection, it's not the real thing. So we have to find out the real place. Due to illusion, people don't know that and they're posing as leaders. So people take shelter of these misleaders. But what is the result? Prahlad Maharaj says that Andha yatha andher upayinamanina, that they are blind, they took shelter of blind leaders. So blind is leading the blind. Andata Panimanina Teapi Isha Tantram Urudamni Bada. So, because they took shelter of the blind leader, they will all together fall in the well. Blind. They will be, sometime you have a well which you cannot see. So one person falls, he's the leader, he'll get trapped in this material illusion, he'll take all the others also. Because te api isha tantrayam urudamni bada. They are also trapped. They are trapped. They are bound. Urudamni bada. They are tied by the ropes of illusion. They cannot see anything. Queen Kunti prays in here, Srimad-Bhagavatam, about Krishna. Maya javanikachanam magnyadokshajam avyayam. She says that, oh Krishna, you are covered just like a curtain. So we have curtains here, there's a curtain. Curtain covers the outside. We cannot see, neither can people see inside. So it says that Krishna is covered by a curtain. This is referring to this Maya potency. Maya javanikachanam agnyadokshajam avyayam. Nalaksha simuda disha nato natya dharo yatha. So Queen Kunti is praying that Krishna, you are covered like a curtain is covering something. Maya javanika achanam. Okay, so he's covered. Javanika achanam. Agnya adokshajam avyayam. So you are adokshaj, but the people cannot see you. Agnya adokshajam avyayam. Nalakshase mudha disha. Mudha, foolish people cannot see you. Who are the fools? Who don't surrender to Krishna? Who think that they are the enjoyers in this material world, and who do not, considering themselves enjoyer and supreme controllers. So foolish, nalakshase mudha disha, they cannot see you. Nato natya dharo yatha, just as in a drama, nato natak in a drama, nato natya dharo yatha. Just like in a drama, no one can recognize the actor. He's disguised. Who is that person? Sometimes we're in the drama. Who is he? And who is he? Is he? We are familiar friends. Which part is he playing? So when Krishna comes, he cannot be seen. He's disguised. They will not see him. So this is the nature of Krishna. That this deluding potency will not see Krishna even if he comes here. But who will be covered? Those who don't want to surrender. Those who don't surrender to Krishna. Those who don't want to know him, those who think that they are supreme, Krishna will cover them. Then they cannot know. Even in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna speaks. Now what is the verse? Yeah, correct. Naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samavrita mudhoyam na bijanati lokamamajam avyayam. I am not manifest to the foolish. Naham prakasha sarvasya. Naham prakasha sarvasya. Mudho yam na bijanati. Oh, the second one. Naham prakasha sarvasya. Yogamaya samavrita. So I am covered by my yogamaya. I am covered. Naham prakasha sarvasya. Yogamaya samavrita. Mudhoyam na vijanati lokamam ajam aviyam. Those so foolish people cannot know me. Who are fools? Once someone told Prabhupada that there's a so-called Swami, he's actually cheating person. And he's saying Krishna cannot be known. Why? Because Krishna means black. Black means nothing. Cannot be known. So Krishna cannot be known. Then Prabhupada said, you should tell him that because he does not know Krishna, then according to Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, I am not manifest to the foolish, therefore he is foolish. He is one of those fools. Because he cannot see Krishna. He revealed himself. Krishna can be known by one in devotion. Bhaktya mama vijanati. So now this verse we are looking at today. It's a long verse. First canto of Srimad-Bhagavatam, first chapter, text 1. It is Dhamna Svena Sada Nirastam Nirasta Kuhakam. Kuhakam means illusion. But Krishna is Dhamna Svena Sada Nirastam. He is residing in his Dham. Dhamna Svena Sada Nirasta. Nirasta kuhakam. He is residing in his abode, which is free from the illusory potency. Krishna's abode does not have Maya at all. Everyone is in full knowledge. They know who they are. They know who Krishna is. They know their duty. And that is a very comforting thing. If we don't know who we are, how are we living in this world? How are we sleeping peacefully at night? And I don't know who I am, why I was born. Still, it's difficult to be peaceful like that. This, that's the verse. And in the purport, in this section we are reading today, Prabhupada writes, unless one surrenders unto the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, it's certain that he will be bewildered. This bewildering energy which has covered us is causing us to suffer. Suffering comes from ignorance, not knowing who we are and what is our duty. This is suffering. Okay, this is how it comes. This is a feature of suffering. So, ignorance. So, unless one surrenders to the Supreme Lord, he will be in this illusion. Then he'll be in the suffering condition. And how to come out of this, it's given here. That unless one surrenders unto the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, it's certain that he'll be bewildered. When an intelligent man surrenders unto the lotus feet of Krishna and knows completely that Krishna is the cause of all causes, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, then only such a intelligent man can become a Mahatma or great soul. Yeah, Bhagavad Gita is saying that intelligent person surrenders unto the Lord. Such a person is a great soul. Great soul. That he's not considering his bodily connections. He's abandoning all this kripana, miserliness of having a material body, but not using it, the thing of value, and not using it for Krishna. He abandoned that mentality to surrender to Krishna. Great soul, because he's not selfish, thinking about his own desire. He's magnanimous, mahavadanyaya, thinking about the greater good, greatest benefit, the obligation. The only way to fulfill obligation to everyone is if we surrender to Krishna. Then we fulfill our obligation to everyone. So, Mahatmana Sumampartha Devim Prakritim Ashrita. One who surrenders to Krishna comes under the Devim Prakriti. That means he comes under the superior energy of Krishna. He's not anymore under Maya. How to come out of Maya? Surrender to Vishnu. There is no other way. Vishnum vina mrityum na taranti. We cannot conquer over death unless we surrender to Krishna. The final goal of the Vedas is to bring us to that position. Until we have not surrendered to Krishna, we are in a deluded and suffering condition. It's really unpleasant. The whole world, people are suffering. So we are trying to stop their suffering. But stop their suffering by awakening them to Krishna consciousness. Anything else is temporary. You will not stop anything. Some bodily problem, medical problem, cold problem, get them blankets, or give them food, or give them laptops. People are suffering, water. Why don't they have water? Misuse of human form for sinful activity in the past life. In Srimad-Bhagavatam, Prabhupada writes that people born in desert are killers of Brahmanas. Those who kill Brahmanas are born in desert. No water. So, now why you want to help people like that? Of course, devotee wants to help anyone suffering. But we have to understand, if anyone's suffering, there's a cause. And so, you correct the cause. Don't go now and start feeding and giving corona, no food and this and that. Why did corona come? Because of sinful activities of people. Everything's due to the sinful activity. So how to stop the suffering of the people? Awaken them to Krishna consciousness. Krishna will provide. What's the problem? If a rich man can provide everything to people who are under him, or a mafia boss, he'll take care of everyone under him in every way possible. He can take care. Head of state, he'll take care of everyone under him. So why can't God take care? He'll take care. You don't worry about that. Taking care of material. You awaken them to Krishna consciousness. Krishna will provide. Their suffering is lack of Krishna consciousness. So one who has surrendered to Krishna, he'll not be under Maya. He's known as a Mahatma, great soul. Great soul is not putting his interest first. He's putting interest of Krishna. Such a person will spread teachings of Krishna, because as a devotee, he'll want to satisfy Krishna's desires. And Krishna said that we should spread this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So he'll do that. So the deluding potency of Maya, why is it there, first of all? Why is the delusion there? It's because the living entity did not want to serve Krishna. He wanted to serve himself. He cannot do that unless he knows that I'm not a servant of Krishna, I'm not a soul, I'm part of this material world, I am this material body. Only then can he enjoy. So Krishna purposely put the deluding energy just so he can fulfill his material desire. Of course, it's suffering. It's suffering. Samsara tapan akhilan avapnoti. Yaya, what is that? Yaya samohito jiva atma trigunatmakam paro pimanyate deva tat kritam chabibhadyate. In Bhagavatam it says that this deluding energy, Maya, yaya samohito jiva, it makes him into a deluded condition. Atma trigunatmakam, because of the three modes of nature. He begins to think of himself as this body. All of us are thinking that I am this body, this religion, this nationality, I belong to this family, this race, this caste, bodily conscious. Dehatma buddhi is cause of suffering. Because the body must suffer, and I think I'm the body, so I'm suffering. I'm identifying with the body. So whatever happens to the body, I'll suffer. There's a cricket match. Bengal against Rajasthan. Bengal lost. And I think I'm Bengali. So I'll feel bad. Because I'm thinking like that. Two countries are going to war. Which country? It is Turkey against maybe Germany. And so Germany is losing, and so Germans feel bad. Why? Because we are Germans. So the more we identify with the body, the more the suffering will hit us badly. The more we detach from the body, we will not be. In Kali Yuga, why is there so much fighting? It's known as Kali Yuga. Kali means quarrel, more fight, because people are more in Tamagun and Rajagun. So they are more affected by any insult or anything anyone says. They are very affected. That is, this is me. So the illusory potency, it's there because we want to enjoy separate from Krishna. So it deludes us to make us forget. But it's a cause of suffering. Really, it should be overcome. And Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita that Madashya katham rishta shinvanti katayanti cha. What is that? Then tapanti vividasthapa naitan madgata chetasaha. He says that my devotees, madasha katha amrishta, who take shelter of my katha, madasha katha amrishta, shinvanti katayanti cha. They hear my katha and they also speak it. Then it says tapanti vividasthapa naitan madgata chetasa, that they do not suffer the threefold miseries. One who is absorbed in listening and broadcasting, listening to my glories and broadcasting, they don't come under this Maya. They will not. Of course, doesn't mean that same second, but repeatedly. Although, even immediately anyone starts to hear, they forget everything. Generally, you'll forget that I have this pain, that disease, this or that problem. We went to that temple, that elderly Mataji, she was saying that I have so many health problems, but when I began book distribution for December marathon, I forgot all my health problems. I didn't feel them. Then January it came back. I stopped book distribution. So when we absorb in Krishna, immediately we get relief. But in long term, that relief comes much more. And the relief is that I am a soul, I am not part of this material world, I am an eternal servant of God. And then we are not affected. So one has to come on that level. There's no other way. It says here in the purport that when an intelligent man surrenders unto the lotus feet of Krishna and knows completely that Krishna is the cause of all causes, as confirmed in Gita, then only can such an intelligent man become a Mahatma. Only Mahatmas can understand the Supreme Lord as the primeval cause. Only Mahatmas, only one who took shelter of Krishna. What to speak of God? Of course, God he'll understand, but he'll understand real physics, biology, chemistry. He'll know, he'll be able to see. We cannot see. Those who are deluded cannot see. But he can see. He'll be able to see. What is the actual physical science, chemical science, biological science? Through his vision, he'll be given knowledge. Srila Prabhupada wrote the commentary of 5th canto Bhagavatam. That is where it is so much to do with astronomy, astrology, and the cosmos, the creation. He's not a Vedic astrologer, neither is he a Vedic scientist. He's a devotee. Krishna revealed everything. He wrote the purports amazingly, which now our material scientists will have to one day take shelter of and learn from. So how this absence of illusion can only be got by a devotee. So only a Mahatma can understand that Krishna is Parama, ultimate truth. There is no truth greater than him. God is omniscient. For him there is no illusion. To understand God, and we want to understand God because we came from God. And God created everything. He's the greatest personality. And by knowing God, we will know everything else. So everyone wants to know God, but they don't know how. But we are told here, to know how to know God, we have to surrender to him. Prapatti, Sharanagati, Sharanam, so many words. Sharanam Vraja, Krishna says in Gita. We have to surrender. After surrendering to Krishna, then all knowledge is revealed. Everything is revealed. There is no other way. Hare Krishna. Any question? Comment? Any comments? No questions there. Okay. Srimad-Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.